Good morning. It's Wednesday and my hair still isn't done. We're not gonna talk about it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Ooh, girl. Hello, my name is Tazzy, but you can call me Tazzy. This is a get ready with me while I overshare my feelings. Let's get a little up close and personal today. This is a get ready with me while I talk about life, relationships, what's been going on with me over the past couple of years. I'm sorry this video is all over the place. I don't have like any notes down. I'm just gonna start talking and we'll see where that takes me. I have somewhere to be, so I don't have a lot of time to talk, so I should make this quick, you know? If you want to know my skincare routine, I just posted a video and I'll link it down below for you. Anywho, let's talk about why I always have these breaks in between my YouTube videos. I don't even remember when my first break was, but I remember I started this channel, I think shortly before I went to college, and that is almost 5 years ago, and I'm still in college. We're not gonna talk about it. Anywho, I started it because, you know, I figured it was finally my time to start, and I just felt like I would get so much content, you know, in college and living in a dorm and whatnot. That is not what happened. Once I started college, it was okay at first, but that really breeded my beginning stages of depression. Yeah. So I'm gonna be quite honest, like, college really set it off for me as far as my depression. I don't want to make this like a super sensitive topic. I mean, it is a sensitive topic, you know, for a lot of people, but when it comes to my situation, I can't complain. I don't have it as bad as a lot of other people. Like, I'm also not trying to downplay what I go through. It was just not a great time in my life, you know, starting college. I mean, like I said, it was fine, but at the time I didn't know what I was going to school for, so kind of felt pointless. I changed my major a good, I think, 3 times throughout all my years at college. So I first started off with the idea that I wanted to be a physical therapist. So my major was sports medicine. Freshman year of college, you don't really learn anything about your major. You don't really learn anything about your major until like second year. So actually not even second, third year. I made the conscious decision that I no longer wanted to pursue that career anymore. I was looking for signs of something else that I could do, you know, and I still had time. Like I said, you don't really start the major classes until like your 3rd year. At the time, I was still working at the daycare that I used to work at. When asking for advice, people would be like, "You're already in childcare, why not be a teacher?" And I said, yeah, like, I fell into that job by chance because back in high school, I did work-based learning. So my friend who worked at the daycare was like, well, my job is hiring. Just send your resume into the director and see what happens. And so I sent my resume and she told me to come in for orientation. So I just immediately got the job, like no interview needed. And I started off as a substitute teacher. And it was fun for that bit of time. And the pay was good, especially coming from my first job, which was Kroger, and I was getting minimum wage here, which is $7.25. But like I said, I fell into it by chance. It wasn't my choice. I mean, yeah, I could have started working on another job, but that was the opportunity that was presented to me, so I took it. And as I slowly, you know, as I started working for them over the years, you know, I got a more permanent position, and then I became full-time, and all this stuff happened. I was going to get my CDA learning my CDA teaching certificate, all this, right? Just to have that like under my belt, but not because I wanted to make it a full career. I just wanted to get paid a little more. So working with kids, it takes a special type of person. And I still do it. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, I don't hate it. No, I don't hate it. But throughout the years, it has become just a little bit just not my cup of tea. Let's say that. It's not my cup of tea anymore. And I loved it at first. You know, I used to say I loved my job when I was working at the daycare. For those who don't know, I left the daycare last year, which was so bittersweet because as my mental health was declining, I did love it at first. I loved it because it was so rewarding, especially with the age group that I was working with during my last years. I started working with 2-year-olds, and oh my God, they're a handful, but I love that age group. It's when they like first start talking, like for real, and like having like little mini conversations, and I loved it. I did. What was the whole point? Like, why did I go into this whole rant? College, right? Majors. Okay. When I was trying to pick my major, everybody was like, just do teaching. And I was like, no, I don't think I want this to be a career. Like, it's good now. It's good money now. But when I graduate from college, this is not what I want to be doing. I knew for a fact this is not what I want to be doing. I was looking for signs, and I was like, what was my favorite subject in school? Math. Let's do accounting. So I started thinking about accounting, and then all of a sudden I saw signs of me being an accountant everywhere. Like, I think I saw like a commercial, and then one of the moms at the daycare, she was an accountant, and she just seemed so happy. But I never asked her about her job. She just seemed so happy. So I was just like, it's a sign. Big mistake. I took those first like intro accounting classes. Hated my life, okay? I hated it. I did summer classes my freshman year, and then after my first year, I was suspended for a semester. I failed a couple of classes. And I'm laughing about it now because like that's the only thing I could do is laugh about it. Like, I could have graduated last year. So anyways, after that summer semester in 2019, I was suspended for that fall semester. And the beginning of that, I was going through something with my ex-best friend and one of my best friends now at the time. And I lost both of them at that time. Like, we stopped talking to each other. And mind you, I had 3 best friends at one point, and one of them I stopped talking to after we graduated high school, and then we didn't start talking again until January of 2019. So we went like a good like maybe 6 months of not talking to each other. And then, you know, we were trying to get back to our old selves, so our relationship wasn't the best around this time. But around fall, like August, I think, of 2019, it wasn't the best, but we were working on it. So my other 2 best friends, we stopped talking. I had a fallout with one of them. I had a fallout with both of them. So that really, like really just sent me into a downward spiral. And then that's when my seasonal depression came. Yay! I was 18 at the time. I knew I wanted tattoos. So I got my first tattoo after, you know, all that had happened. That's when I started getting a lot of my tattoos, okay? That's when I got about half of the tattoos that I have today. It was because I was young and had money and nobody stopped me. Well, I wasn't letting anybody stop me, but my mom did want to stop me. My mom was like, you need to stop. What are you going through? And at the time, I was like, I'm not going through anything. Like, what are you talking about? I was going through something. I was going through a lot. And when I looked back at it, I was going through a lot. While all of this was going on, I was off and on making YouTube videos because I just wasn't in the right headspace. I really wasn't. eventually I started talking to my two best friends at the time, or I was talking to all my, like, at the end of the year, that's when I started talking to everybody again. We had hashed out our, I don't know, differences or whatever. So after that fall semester where I was out of school and doing God knows what, no, I know exactly what I was doing, getting more tattoos and piercings, because once I turned 19 is when I got my septum pierced, and I still was convinced I wasn't going through anything. I was going through something, okay. That spring semester of 2020 came around, and it was time for me to go back to school. And so I was like, okay, now what am I gonna major in? Because accounting, no. Sports medicine, no. So I was like, what if I get into social media marketing? I was like, that's so on brand. Like, especially if I want to continue to pursue YouTube, I should do some social media marketing. And I ended up talking to my godfather, and he was just like, you know, with marketing, you have to talk to people, and you hate people. And I was like, you're right. So then I was like, okay, that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna do that. But I think I did keep that major for that semester. So mind you, that's my second major change, okay? Summer rolls around and I'm like, okay, I need to find a major because I'm about to start my upper classes for whatever major I choose, and I have no idea what I want to do. I did some research and I found out that Kennesaw has an entrepreneurship major, and I was like, that's it. I want to be my own boss. I should do that. So that's how I ended up with the major that I'm in right now. I am majoring in entrepreneurship. And that is the one thing I have stuck to for the past almost 3 years. That is my third and final major change. I have thought about changing it again. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I have thought about changing it again. This is the one I'm gonna stick to, because I have 1 year left. I have 1 year left. I want to be so done with school. Like, for somebody who hates school, I sure do. Like, I keep on giving them money so I can take these damn classes and graduate. So anyway, literally just going through all of that, that was what kept me on and off YouTube. And not cute at all. I was going through it, and then my seasonal depression never failed to come at the same time every year, and it would be the end of September and would bleed into like January of the next year. And so for the past, I don't know how many years, that's how it's been up until 2021. I got into a relationship. I did. And mind you, this person that I was dating, I dated back in high school. You would think that would be like the perfect little love story. Like, it didn't work out in high school, so 4 years later we find our way back to each other and end up living happily ever after. No, this guy, oh my goodness, it was my first real relationship, and homegirl thought she was in love. No, let me stop saying thought. That was my first real love, okay? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or downplay it. That was my first love. That was my first real relationship. Like, this isn't a sensitive subject for me anymore because, like, I've moved on. I was so consumed by my relationship with that person, I didn't want to be a man. Because I'm not going to call him a man. So, anywho, I had stopped posting, like, for a long time on YouTube. And then, you know, we went through and broke up. Surprise. Yeah, we broke up in November. I'm not gonna elaborate on this, but like, it just got really toxic, and we weren't right for each other. We were not each other's person, so we broke up. But Did that stop us from continuing to see each other? No. No. Things didn't really end until last year, March, April. In January, that's when I started to film again. I got, I think, like 2-3 videos during that time. I didn't post them during that time because, you know, like I said, things ended in March, April of last year. After it ended, I was really going through it, like trying to accept the fact that it's really over. Yeah, I definitely took it harder. I went through it for most of last year. I was going through it, you know, even when I was with him. So that's how you really know, like, we weren't meant to be. I don't think that really ended until December. Yeah, December. It's the end of March. Yeah. These past few years, I have just really been going through it, okay? Like, I can laugh about it now because I'm in a much better place. I didn't really stop going through that part of my life, like acceptance, until December. I think for most of last year, my seasonal depression wasn't seasonal. It was pretty much the whole year. Yeah. So then this year rolls around, you know, new beginnings, new year, and here I am. Yeah. I am in such a better place right now than I was last year. Definitely. Flowers by Miley. That's my jam. Okay? That's my jam. That's my happy single girl era. That song really helped. I love me some Miley Cyrus, okay? Love her. That song just really like inspired me, I guess. Like, I'm really happy with where I am right now in my life. Well, I'm not 100%, but definitely better than last year. I've recently come to the realization that I am happy being single. Like, I really enjoy it. I love it. I don't want any male attention right now. And it's not like I crave it. I don't mind it. But it's like right now, I'm doing me. I'm traveling, taking my second trip of the year in a couple of days. I love it here. I am not done getting ready, but I'm basically done talking. Like, that's all I wanted to say. Like, healing is a beautiful thing. There we go. That's what I've been looking for. That's the word that I've been looking for. I have healed. Finally. Child, because when I tell you my last relationship put me through it, that's an understatement. Put me through it. I went through hell. So the thing is, I'm just kind of cute and my hair still isn't done. So don't want to wear a scarf when I'm just kind of cute. So we're going to go through all of my hats, my black hats, and see which one looks best. I'm obsessed with like changing locations. So this is option 1. I forgot to show y'all my pants. I'm wearing these green corduroys. This is option 2. Option 3. Okay, so I don't think the baseball caps are the move, which leaves us with this. That's the only option. I'm gonna end the video right here. I really hope this video wasn't all like out of place. I was just kind of ranting. Like, I feel like I talked in some type of order, but if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, comment down below whatever you want, and subscribe for more of me. Thank you for listening to me rant. Thank you for coming to my Tazzy talk. I'll see you in my next video. Kisses.